Ladies and gentlemen of the EPW, my name is Tanner McDavid. I am joined by the Roden brothers, Jordan and Noah here. And today, we're actually in a different location right now. We are in the Greenbelt here in Kingsport, Tennessee. We actually decided to bring you something different and interesting, unlike what WWE did last Sunday at Battleground. Oh boy, that was a pay-per-view.
Do we really have to even talk about it?
Technically, yes, we do have to try and talk about it. It was kind of bad, wasn't it?
A little more than kind of. I don't get paid enough for this.
You're getting paid? No? Okay.
Give me your share.
So anyway, we're here to talk about our opinions of the matches of Battleground and our overall view of the pay-per-view itself. So first off, the first match was the New Day versus the Usos. Started out with a great match. Honestly, I give this match an A. It was actually really good and interesting, and it had me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
I certainly would agree. I thought it was a very looking back at the pay-per-view and analyzing it, I thought from the first match that it could have been a very, very good pay-per-view. It was a solid, great starting point. And unfortunately, that was the best part of the pay-per-view. From there, it just kind of went downhill and went down very fast. But I would say, grade-wise, I'd say a solid B+ to an A-.
B+, okay, no?
For me, I totally agree with you all. I think the other matches were not so it. This match, though, it intrigued me. Intrigued me to watch it and keep watching it. I give it a B.
B, okay. Up next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin, which honestly had the makings of a good match. It was certainly interesting, but that finish for me, I didn't really think that Baron really needed to do the low blow to give Shinsuke the win. I mean, to be honest, I felt like Baron, having the Money in the Bank briefcase, can afford to take a pinfall loss because he has the Money in the Bank briefcase. He doesn't need the win because he has the briefcase. So overall, that match, because of that horrible finish and just the pacing of the match, I give it a C to C-.
I couldn't agree with you more. Looking at the match, it had the makings to be a decent to good match, but let me rephrase this. With Shinsuke Nakamura winning via a low blow by Baron Corbin, that makes Baron Corbin look weaker, that he has to resort to just doing a low blow in order to be a credible performer in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I like this match. I mean, for me, but I always like Shinsuke Nakamura really good. That's me.
Oh, see, same here.
But for me, I thought it was a pretty good match. Yeah, the ending was a little. I probably could have chose a different one, but overall, I think for me, I'll give it a B-.
B-?
I would say C- as well.
C, okay. Next match was the women's fatal 5-way elimination match. And this is definitely where it starts going way downhill.
Really went very.
First off, with Lana and Tamina breaking up the pinfalls, I know they have their own little alliance thing going on, but at the same time, Lana breaking up the submission that Becky had on Charlotte, just so that way she could get it for herself, get the pinfall win. That is stupid. And I really just do not agree with the booking decision on that. And, oh my gosh. And then, good on WWE for trying to swerve us and have Natalya win. But, it didn't really make a lot of sense. And, to be honest, this match overall, I give it a D.
I happen to even disagree with you on that high of a ranking of it. I would give it match itself a D-. If you look at the whole of the SmackDown Live women's division, the storylines have been atrocious. They just keep doing these fatal 5 or 4-way or matches.
They're just throwing them all
And-
together in a match.
Like, they haven't been building much storylines between any of them at all.
I agree.
And it's ruining the division. There is no, like, independency of them. They're all they've all basically been dependent on each other. And it's ruining the women's division. The Raw women's division is head and heels over the SmackDown.
I agree.
In my opinion, I think the match started off pretty good, except for when I started seeing them try to cancel the pins, and I'm like, what? And then I'm just like, oh. And then, especially how it ended really, really quick.
It did.
And I kind of agree with Jordan with the storylines. In my opinion, I think I'll give them a D+.
Okay. Up next, we have AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. On paper, definitely, this looked like it was going to be the match of the night. Because those two are great workers, great sellers, great people to work with. So the fact that they were working together, you think that they're going to put on this clinic of a match.
Up until this point, you could even say that since the shakeup up until now, those two have been the premier stars on SmackDown Live.
Really have been. And I understand what they're trying to do with the U.S. title to build up more prestige with it. And I can honestly admire that. I really can. Throughout the match, though, you have this feeling that they are holding back, that they are saving their best for later on. And it's very obvious in this match. And then that ending with the ref getting knocked out, and then them doing the submission moves. Nobody was tapping during it while the ref was out. So what was the point of that ref bump? And then
And they just kept swapping back and forth between submission moves.
And then that ending, though, with the weird pinfall and AJ clearly having his shoulder up, it had the makings of a great match, regardless of them holding back. But that last 5 minutes of that match, it soured it for me, and this was going to be a C-. I hate to say it because I love AJ with all my heart. No, I'll even say this is just a regular C. I can't even give it a C- because it's AJ. I know they put their heart and soul into it, but just that last 5 minutes, storyline-wise, it just baffles me.
I would say, I would have originally said C, probably a C to a C+. So C+ to a C-, somewhere in that range. Maybe even agree with you as a C. But with how SmackDown took place, where it ended up happening where AJ Styles just re-won the title again, it pretty much made this match just pointless
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of things. And to be honest, with that happening, I give this match a D+.
You know, I gotta bring mine back down to a C- because you brought that up. Yeah, that's a C- now. Noah?
In my opinion, I think it was just a decent match. I mean, yeah, it could have been better, it could have been worse. It was better than the women's match, though, so
Yeah.
I'll give it a C.
Yeah,
but I
but-
will have to say, the match I saw yesterday with all three of them, with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho coming back, I thought that was a really good match. Especially, I thought the finish was good. I thought like them doing
really
moves on
good.
each other. I think was good about that match. But yet, Chris Jericho didn't come back till last night.
But you had mentioned that it was better than the women's match, but the women's match was so bad, it didn't really set the bar very high.
Sure.
Alright, so, up next we have Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis.
Ooh, once again, one of these matches that
I
have
mean-
you scratching your head and thinking, what on earth is going on?
No,
And
no, even then, I don't think anybody really cared about this match, to be honest. I mean, it could have had a good setting up point for Mike and Maria to build up heat with them and to really establish them as stars here on the main roster. with them coming from New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor. They've been doing some independent stuff. So, but the fact that Sammy got a win, great for Sammy. I mean, it's great to see him get a win on the pay-per-view because he's been really underutilized.
Yeah.
So, just like me not really caring, this grade's going to be showing that I don't really care. It's just a C minus. It's a serviceable. It's there. The match is there.
I give it. I still, once again, think you're giving it too much high. I give it a D plus. This match, in the grand scheme of things, nobody. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I changed mine to a D plus. You're right.
Okay, looking back at it, in the grand scheme of things, what did this really have to do with anything?
Nothing.
Not a whole bunch of nothing. And then you would think, oh, with them bringing Maria and Mike Nelson as this like heel love connection team, you'd think, oh, it'd be nice to see them come out and see Mike winning via help from Maria, and that didn't happen at all.
No.
And she didn't really have even that much of an involvement in the match.
No, she was there in it, but
I mean,
she
was
just didn't really do
there.
much.
That's all I'm saying. She was there, and they showed her quite a bit, but her involvement within the match was not quite that much.
No.
Really not nearly as much as you would expect.
No.
You were just
And you
kind
would want. Okay, you can go on.
You were just kind of hoping, at least for me, it would just be kind of a Miz and Marie sort of a thing happening, but no, I agree completely. You just kind of wondered what was the point of this at all, and so you just, I got to give it a D plus.
All right, up next we have John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match. A flag match. I get what you're trying to do, WWE. Big USA #1, yes. Forget all the other foreign countries. USA, great good pop moment, especially in Philadelphia. That is one of the most American places around here in the U.S.
And believe you me, we are as patriotic as it is.
But I hate flag matches. To be honest, I don't really like most gimmick matches, to be honest. I think they're stupid. I think they're pointless. Just like my investment in this match, it's kind of pointless, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. This one also gets a D. Both are great workers, WWE. I will give John Cena all the credit in the world. I may boo him, I may do the Cena sucks chants with everybody else on the TV. But John Cena is a great worker, and Rusev is so underutilized in the WWE. What are you doing with them? Make up your mind, actually give them something meaningful, especially Rusev. Cena's had his time to shine. Give Rusev a actual title run. Give him an actual meaningful title run. I'm getting tired of this. This is a D for your lack of ingenuity.
Right there, a solid D is what this match gets. Cena comes back just to re-feud again with Rusev.
Which again, is for patriotism as well, because he was fighting for the U.S. title whenever they first fought.
Which, this is, I mean, feuds are what make WWE and stands it apart and help give it its luster. But this is already a long feud, and then John Cena leaves, and then he just comes back, and then Rusev
Also
leaves and comes back just to re-feud again with each other, and in a flag match.
Yeah, stupid.
It's putting a flag on a pedestal, really?
That's stupid.
What does this have to do with anything?
And a whole bunch of other logical stuff that was thrown out the window. But what's your quick thoughts on this?
To be honest, I think the WWE was running out of ideas when they got here. They're like, hey, everyone wants to see John Cena come back, and like, hey, Rusev is not fighting anybody. It's like, hey, let's just do something different. A fight match, I gotta admit, at least they're trying. But yeah, it was a boring match. Flat out, it was boring.
Are they trying?
Are they really trying?
Well,
are they really trying? Anyway, what's your grade?
I give them a B for effort. WWE, I mean, for the match, I give it. I'll give it.
We are going off the grid, so if we see any distractions, there's wild
animal
wildlife. There's wildlife here. But anyway, the last match.
Oh, yeah.
The last.
One good thing about it.
No, there wasn't. No, wait, no, there was one good spot in it.
Yeah,
There was one good spot in it. The Punjabi prison match with Jinder Mahal.
Jinder was stupid.
And Randy Orton. On 3, I'm pretty sure we all know what this great match was. 1, 2, 3, F.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Like, does the WWE hate? Like, did they think that the match was? Like, did they think that the pay-per-view was so good that they wanted to make the last match just so awful?
Oh God.
That they're like, oh, let's just do this.
I swear. Oh my God, WWE, what are you
And
doing?
you can, if you've noticed our picks, they've gradually gone down. And you can, especially if you watch our video, you can tell a lot of us lost interest as the pay-per-view got on.
definitely
Because it got worse.
I
And
definitely
it
lost
really
interest.
got the absolute worst at the very, very end.
Because we all knew this match was going to be crap. There's only been, up until Sunday, there had only been 2 Punjabi prison matches. One with Davari, and I can't even remember who he fought. And then the originator, the Great Khali versus Batista on a SmackDown show, and it was god awful. We'll get to that a little bit later, but I knew it was going to be stupid, and it was stupid. It was so stupid. I hate the rules of it. I hate the stipulations of it. It has an interesting concept. I will say the concept of it is interesting, but I can't bring myself to support something that is idiotic. And it had one good spot. The Singh brother falling 20 feet into one of the announcer tables.
But they didn't even break the Spanish announcer table.
No, that's the one bad thing, is it wasn't even the Spanish table. If it was the Spanish table, that would have been a D- for me. Just for that spot.
Maybe.
I said maybe. And then the Great Khali.
And those are his good sunglasses.
The Great Khali. No, I repeat. The Great Khali. F. Go ahead.
Ugh.
Is there really much we can say on this?
Well, we all knew that Jinder Mahal was going to win.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a whole lot of reason to watch.
There wasn't a lot of shock value. The only shock value was that WWE actually brought back the Great Khali.
But are they going to do much with him?
Nope.
Even whenever he came out, you're like, what? And then you got to thinking for 5 seconds, and you're like, he's just going to help him, and then he's just going to go back into wherever he is in WWE land.
In my opinion, it was just flat out boring. It was just very boring. It was a long, lengthy match, and that seemed like it wasn't going anywhere fast.
It wasn't.
And to me, the 2 highlights of the whole match was either the Great Khali comeback or the falling off the
cage.
Falling off the cage was literally the highlights of the match.
Yeah.
The rest of it was.
Alright.
I can't believe we even have to waste the last 5 minutes here talking about it.
Alright. I mean, we should have just gave our grades and just left it as that, like mentioned
That's
highlights.
5 minutes I'm never getting
That's
back.
5. No, that
That was way more than
they
5
needed.
minutes.
They need to suffer as we have suffered. Alright. Overall grades, guys. No, what's your overall grade?
A D+.
D plus.
Also a D+. I think I would give it a D to a D-, but the first match with the Usos and New Day was what helped to bring it up a slight bit.
I would also give this one a D+, making this the worst pay-per-view this year that we have seen,
And
and that is saying a lot.
Because there's been some lackluster
Lackluster ones.
Absolutely.
But again, you know SummerSlam coming up? I'm going to be fighting for the EPW Ultimate Championship. And the title has becoming irrelevant because where Mason hasn't been able to get on camera much.
So
Hoping to change that.
hopefully it will change, unless he gets them all.
Right, again.
Because now, with Whitney losing the briefcase,
Yeah, I'm sorry, Whitney. You kind of wasted it. I'll be quite frank. You only had 2 wins under your belt. You wasted it.
you had one job.
You had one job. Do you agree? Do you agree?
One way to describe you.
And we're gonna spell it out for you. SAWFD. Soft. We'll see you guys next time. This has been the EPW Recap video. Y'all take care.